Hi, I'm Char, that's Carl, and this is Dieting with a Life.
So
Really exciting news.
Very exciting news.
Yeah, I was looking up some scientific stuff like I always do. We found a study that just came out, and they have said that they can reverse aging. So tune in.
Definitely tune in. Okay, so new paper.
Yes.
Very exciting news. So, somewhere in California.
I don't know where the study was, but I know that's where the guy that created epigenetic cellular aging test resides. He's
biological aging test.
Right.
Epigenetic age.
Epigenetic age. How old are your cells, your telomeres, all that? How old are you internally? Not like when you were born, but how old are you cellular? So that's epigenetic.
So you could be on your 65th birthday, but your body has aged to 70.
Right.
Or to 60.
And now that's really important because of the fact that when you're older, aging is
it's a huge slope that you can slide down.
Well, it's a disease, okay? So aging is, in my opinion, a disease. And it's progressive. So the more your cellular age, the older your cellular age, the more you are at risk for cancers and diabetes and heart disease and all those things. So when we die, when we're older, we all die of the same kinds of things. It's just some people are epigenetically
I think we
younger.
die from being alive.
Well, probably. That's your opinion.
Okay,
anyway.
So the study actually focused on 9 people,
right, ages
51 to 65, and they picked that age very specifically because the study was originally conducted for regenerating the thymus.
The thymus, yeah.
Because after puberty, your thymus starts to get fatty, and they wanted to see if they could regenerate the thymus with human growth hormone.
Right, HGH.
And
so they decided to include some diabetic medicines because
HGH has the propensity or the likelihood of increasing insulin sensitivity.
Now, that is HGH artificially given.
This is recombinant HGH.
I mean, HGH artificially given. When we're younger, we have huge amounts of HGH, and it doesn't do anything for insulin.
No, it makes us grow.
Right. So the HGH insulin sensitivity happens when we give artificial HGH. So, and it's very hard for doctors and stuff to, a lot of times people do HGH therapy, and it's very hard for them to get the right balance. And if they don't, all kinds of bad things happen, like diabetes. Okay.
Yes.
So they had decided to give them, I guess, because they gave them the diabetic medicines, they gave them large doses of HGH because...
It doesn't say what the doses were that we found so far, so this is just a beginning.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of videos as we really dig into this paper quite a bit. It doesn't really specify the dose. They do show that the thymus reconstituted. It gained back a lot of health. It dropped a lot of the fat off. PSA scores improved dramatically. And there were a lot of effects. And as an afterthought, they said, hey, let's get epigenetic testing done on these guys and see how their biological age went. And
they gained 2.5 years.
It was a net gain. I read about this in the paper. At the time of the test, it was a year before they took blood and sent it off. And they showed the decrease of 1.5 years from the time that they had taken that blood. So it ended up being 2.5.
Right.
But yeah, so 1 year of chemical cocktail minus 2.5 years. So if you did it for 30 years, you could gain 75 back.
I think there's
But
probably...
that's really not out of the realm of possibility here. I'm 55. I could take it till 85, and I'm a 10-year-old? Awesome!
I think there's probably a cap for that. Yeah.
I hope I don't lose all my hair.
You're not going to lose your hair.
Okay.
Your father didn't lose his hair, so you're good.
But it sounds very, very cool to be able to gain cellular health.
Right. And it's cool for me that HGH is in the forefront of that, because I've always said HGH, to increase that, is your fountain of youth, honestly, in my opinion. Keeping your insulin low, which is what they were doing with the metformin and the DHEA.
Yep.
Keeping your insulin low and increasing that HGH is probably the golden child, in my opinion. Now, I'm not a doctor, but from everything that I've studied,
we're just avidly biohacking ourselves.
Yes.
But part of the whole HGH thing, and probably why you ended up coming across the article, was HGH is a big part of the autophagy cycle.
Yes, and intermittent fasting.
Or
fasting, not intermittent fasting.
So is this, and we'll try and find these issues out. Now, you can get a you can get epigenetic age test done.
You can. I did find that in 2016, the same Stephen Horvath. Yeah, Stephen Horvath.
Sold the rights to...
For commercial testing.
Yes.
He still does testing because he did this one, but for commercial testing to a company called mydnaage.com. Let me just verify that. Yep, mydnaage.com, and it's $2.99 for either a blood, and they have also
not $2.99.
$399
as of 2019. Yeah. $300, but it's one of those things that it sounds like a lot of money, but it's information that you can use as you move forward. And that's part of the reason why I had a calcium score done for my heart. I know I have heart disease. I had a heart attack.
Yeah, but we did a baseline.
But now I have a baseline CAC score
to see
if I can improve it, stop it, or reverse it. Right. Because heart disease is a progressive disease. It's not something that goes away. It gets worse and worse and worse over time. So having a CAC score and getting it done every 6 months is a picture into if something is working or not.
Right.
And that's the important part. So getting an epigenetic age test done, it's a mark at this point in time of this is what my biological age is.
Well, interestingly enough, I just got an HGH score done on me prior to fasting.
Yes, and we need to find...
So Monday, I am going to, because I've been fasting for about a week, Monday I'm going to get... Now, I've been fat fasting, not full-on fasting, so I may have to do a course of full-on fasting.
Well, that's because we're old.
I know.
Yeah.
So fat fasting should be similar, I'm hoping. Yep. But if it's not, if I don't see a difference between non-fasting and fat fasting, then I'll do a course of full-on water fast and get my HGH tested over a period of 3 to 4 days and see how that increases, because from what I'm understanding, HGH should increase significantly while fasting. So. Yes,
but the other part of that, unfortunately, biohacking for non-doctors is an issue.
It's expensive.
And it's an issue because we can't just write a script for ourselves.
No, I can.
Sort of.
Now, I go to healthlabs.com and tell them exactly what test I want. And then
I meant for getting like DHEA and metformin and all those kinds of things and seeing what's really kind of going on for the layperson like us.
Yeah, so for me, I want to see if I can fat fast or fast and bump up my HGH levels. Now I know.
Right, or are you going to actually need some of this recombinant HGH like what they were giving these guys? or will our natural HGH work? So there's a lot of stuff.
HGH would work even better. You just gotta, but we're old, and so ours is like dismal.
Right. Well, that's
like
the whole
sometimes
point.
not even like detectable. Mine was actually detectable. It was like 0.8 though. It was like pathetic. But I'm like 50, so that's pretty good for pathetic.
Yeah.
At least it was detectable.
So there's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Share, subscribe, like, tell your friends.
And we will
push
link
the
paper so that you can do your own research if you'd like to.
Absolutely. We will link the paper.
And my DNA age.
Yep. Links will be down in the Wachahoozie.
Yeah, because I think that's really important to like read your own thing.
Yep.
And then start reading.
Do your research.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Talk to people. Go to Twitter. Go to Facebook. Put some messages out there. Talk to Peter Attia. Talk to Rhonda Patrick.
It's so exciting right now because we are on the cusp of being able to, and like
big things.
Like Dr. Peter Attia says. Okay, so we're not talking about these supercentenarians and all that. We're not talking about these people that are going to live forever. We're talking about all the age-related things that people die of. They're just dying 30 years later of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty good
but
with
quickly.
30 years.
It's also not like dying for 5 years from cancer.
Oh, I don't know.
You
how
just
fast
kind of
they
like
die.
drop dead in a month.
I don't know how fast they
That would be a lot better than 5 years for me.
It would, but I don't know how fast they die. I don't know that study's ever been done. But I do know that they do it 30 years later. So
But hey, if I go to 120 or 130 and can still walk around and do stuff,
yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm just shooting for 104.
I'm going to go for 150.
150?
150.
You're going to be a widow.
No, I'm not. I'm getting remarried.
Oh, that's so wrong.
So, anyhow, like, share, subscribe.
Talk
to y'all later.
We will be doing more of these.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.